And we're back.
Hello, we're back, and we are realizing and fixing mistakes.
We are learning.
Yes, I have to admit a mistake here.
GM never makes mistakes.
Shame.
Well, your god is fallible. Let's just say that. So in Torchbearer, when someone makes a roll and fails, and someone else is helping, the person that makes the roll receives a condition. The person that's helping also receives a condition, but it is one less than what the main rolling person would have gotten. So one down on the grind from exhausted is hungry and thirsty.
Oh, okay.
So you have hungry and thirsty instead of exhausted. I will give you your check back if you wish to
Because I
do
don't have
something
to
else
make
with
a
it.
test to recover.
Who is
from
hungry and thirsty?
that. Aenor is, because I was
Right,
one
which
helping.
I think if you expend your water skin or wine skin,
Correct.
Yes.
it just that just happens. I don't even know if does that take a check.
It's after.
No.
It doesn't take a
Doesn't
check, no.
advance the grind. So in camp, I don't think it
Yeah,
would make
and
it.
it's not a
it would be a
test.
check.
Right, but you don't have. But
And
there
then
might
you
be a
would
test to get more water.
True. Well, I could just wait.
It's
to get more
hard
water.
to get more water.
I'm not going to.
So Maud, I started her off with an extra wineskin.
Oh,
So
okay.
I will just check that off, and that way we can keep the water distributed.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sure, it's up to you.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, so you
And
do
so we
have
have a
one
check.
Yeah, you do have one more check.
Okay.
And if we wish, we can test it again for Alana to recover, right?
No, you cannot.
Oh, okay.
No, because that
There's
was
once per camp?
the one that
Yep.
just happened. You just can't do. Oh, I
No,
thought it was the 2 in a row thing.
If there's
Even if you had more checks to do, if you fail a recovery roll, you have to wait until the next camp or town phase.
Right, because you have to do it in order as well.
Okay.
So just to be clear, it was wine, not water.
Yes. Which I think is the same effect, isn't it? Or is it different?
Yeah, but it can also help angry.
It makes you more relaxed and less likely to murder the nose.
Okay.
So if we
I'm
still
even
have that
calmer
last
than
check,
normally.
Yeah.
I'm
Define
in the mood to
dwarven
try
wine.
the poultices thing,
I'd agree.
unless someone had a different idea. Unless one of the other players had a different idea.
No, I like the poultice one.
I mean,
It
yeah,
also-
making the poultice would mean that you would have that to give to Alana the next time she can try to recover.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would like to use the last check then to make poultices for exhaustion.
Okay.
Okay.
That is an OB1 test.
Okay.
Can you receive help? And if so, how? I keep forgetting we're in camp.
Don't offer your help.
True, actually, yeah, I'm not going to offer my help. Racist.
Fine. Don't help the guy keeping everyone alive. Sure.
See how long
He
you
didn't help
last
me
in the
yet.
dungeon.
Yeah.
What do you need? What do you do exactly?
Suggested help is alchemist apparently.
Yeah, alchemist.
And I
For-
would be okay with help because it's not a done deal that this is happening. I don't know.
I don't think any of us have alchemists, do we?
I mean, you can help with a wise, but what exactly are you doing so I can try and argue my wise?
I'm creating a poultice that will sort of I think it's probably one of those things it's like a really awesome facial mask or something that just
Okay.
really helps relax
It
you.
rejuvenates
So
you.
you
It's
don't
an
feel
energy
as
drink.
exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
it's like
think-
an energy drink, but seeps in through the skin.
Coffee mask.
I think I
Yeah,
can help
yeah,
with
a coffee
Dwarven
mask.
Chronicles. I'm going to argue that in the Dwarven Chronicles, there's a tale where one of our great heroes is wounded, and a poultice has to be applied. And the story delves deeply on what ingredients the poultice was made out of.
I am so on the fence with that because how a human cleric would make a poultice is very different from how a dwarf would, I think.
If I was a GM, I'd say no, if I'm going to speak my opinion.
Well,
It's
also
close.
especially in the middle of a swamp with well, that's a nice tail,
Yeah.
but I got that and that.
Yeah.
We got some
have a
poison
furnace.
mushrooms.
We don't have
and-
like a furnace to boil this poultice for like 3 hours. Or
I
anything.
Yeah.
mean, it says I have whatever tools I want because I'm a dwarf. But
You
yeah,
want a
okay. If
furnace
you don't
in a
think
tree.
that, you think,
Yeah,
you think it's too far
I think
away from-
fictionally the culture clash is just too much.
that's fine.
Mhm.
Right. If nothing else, because it's Elias.
Yeah. I'll help with shoot appraisal then because I can tell the quality of the ingredients he's using.
Mm,
You're going to use this mushroom. It's not fresh enough.
Is there a certain number
No,
of
that's the
times you can
poison
help with a wise? I keep forgetting because
I
of
thought
You
was
can
it once
help
per
as much
session,
as you
or is it
want,
okay?
but you
Well,
just
as
don't
long
get
as-
more checks if you've used it for the same thing over and over again, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yes.
okay.
I will allow that this time. Yeah, I don't know if that'll fly in the future though.
Sure. Does anybody else have anything that could help?
No, I don't.
Okay. No penalties, right?
Not unless you have a condition or something. No.
No, I'm
Yeah,
still
not
fresh.
unless you're me.
And the ob was 1, correct?
That is correct.
Whew.
Nice.
Sweet.
You were only making one, right?
Yeah, I was only making 1.
Should have asked that before. Okay.
I only have space for 1.
Then yes, you could successfully put together
Mhm.
an awesome, fairly foul-smelling facial mask.
So I can rearrange my backpack during camp, like
Yeah.
while in camp. I don't have
Yeah.
to like spend anything for that. Okay.
Nope. I would even say that you can rearrange your pack in the dungeon as long as you are not actively participating in whatever is being rolled that turn.
Okay, that's good to know.
Mhm.
And I think, are we done camping then?
Yes, that brings camp to a close once again, and you are back in your adventure phase. You break down camp. It is now you camped through the night. You still know a good direction for where this thing is.
Question.
Yes.
Is it the same direction as the path that we were following when we encountered the Knolls? You described there being a trail that was like footprints.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
I'm trying to think. If
Right.
it does not appear to be from what you saw of the trail.
Well, we could go back to where we encountered the gnolls and be like, well, they nodded towards this direction, so let's just go in that direction.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like even from your camp right now, you know what direction they were looking in. You have
Okay.
that information.
But
But
it-
he was asking if it was the same as the blood trail you were following before. From what you saw, now there may be a circuitous route that they
Right.
took,
Is it difficult
but from it was
to
not
follow
the
the
same direction.
trail now that we've camped?
Is it more difficult to follow the trail?
Is it no longer fresh?
Yeah, I'd say whatever. Well, whatever. Yeah,
What-
the following the trail was negated by the weather, but you still have a
Right, I
bonus
was-
from knowing the direction. So you're still getting a +1 on whatever you do.
It's like a zero sum type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I was about to say, I was like, well, you just said it like rained crazy, so like that's gonna
That's true.
screw up
Okay.
all the tracks.
Because Maud would be like,
But-
oh, we should follow the trail because there might be some dangers in this swamp we don't know about, and I bet the gnolls know the safe way around these dangers. If I take that trail.
The gnolls acted like they knew what we were talking about when they said that about when we mentioned the raids and stuff, and we held up like a gnoll arrow. It was totally the gnolls, in my opinion. Plus, our job was to stop the raids more than rescue the prisoners. So
Right.
yeah,
So Maud says this, but it's not helpful because we can't follow the trail.
we can, but let's do that afterwards if we need to.
Yeah, you in order to follow the trail, you would need to first pick up the trail again and figure that out. So that would be like a test to find the trail, and then
A test
Well,
to
we
follow
have
it.
a
a
test to follow it.
cartography location right on the trail.
We have a test
Yeah,
to start.
yeah,
that's,
but-
that's what I was about to ask about. Is that you were saying that even at our camp, we have a vague idea of where the gnolls were saying the camp is.
Yeah.
If we went back to where we encountered the gnolls, would that idea of direction
We're
favor us better?
Basically.
No, mechanically,
or
it is the
mechanically
same.
doing it at the camp or at the gnoll thing, it's identical.
Yeah. You just
Okay.
you have a vector in which to follow, no matter where you are.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
know where to go.
Kind of loud for an advantage, damn it.
And it is this direction.
Ooh,
Okay.
deeper into the
You're
darkness.
looking at.
Deeper into the swamps.
It's
I
as
vote
if
we just go
the fog
deeper
of
into
war
the swamp.
needs to be like taken away or something.
Yep.
New
Maybe, maybe if you
Congratulations.
make it there.
Yeah, maybe if we actually get to the dungeon, we might actually start playing some Torchbearer, guys.
What? We're not playing Torchbearer? That's-
This is pre-Torchbearer.
Yeah. We aren't actually bearing torches
what-
because it's daylight
Right.
outside.
You were
Yeah,
totally
just so
very
you know
close
that
to the
if you fail Pathfinder again, you will find Jar Jar Binks in this prequel, and nobody wants that.
Well, I'll
Okay.
just kill him.
Okay.
Do we have? I spend a deeds point on this.
My crossbow's loaded.
Yeah, so I believe that Elias is the Pathfinder. So, based off of the information he's received from the gnolls and where he's currently located at the map, based off of like his cartography and everything, it seems like the thing to do is just to find the path to the base. What say you, other players?
Yeah, I mean,
I agree, and
Still-
I can help with Scout.
I say we just attempt to beeline. So
Okay. So as this is Pathfinder, are you committed to this action?
Leader? Am I
Everyone's
leader?
the leader.
You're
You're
leader. Yeah.
Oh, I thought someone else might have taken it.
Nope.
All right, cool. Yeah, so we're just gonna find a path to the base.
Okay.
Okay.
Assemble your help for your OB1 test.
You have my eyes, my elven eyes. We'll find out what they see.
You have my dwarven sense of curiosity.
You don't have an axe.
I don't need an axe. I have a crossbow.
Yep.
And we all know how good
That's
Are
what
you
killed
actually-
Boromir.
Are you actually helping with the skill goal?
Yeah, I'm
then?
helping with Scout.
Oh, okay.
You're doing Pathfinder, right?
Yeah.
To help a Scout.
Oh, scout. Okay.
And I am
mi-
also helping
missed
the
that.
Scout.
I'll help with survivalist. Is that a thing? I think that was a thing last time.
Well,
maybe
we are finding a camp, not.
you're finding a camp. All right, hunter then. Would that be applicable?
I was thinking survivalist might be applicable because it's camp related.
I think Hunter works better
Alright,
than
yeah.
Survivalist, in my opinion, because you are basically looking for ostensibly something, a place where animals are going.
Yeah.
So
They're
Mhm.
bears that walk on on 2 feet. That's
Cool,
what
so
those are.
everyone is helping,
Tiny bears. That. Yep.
and the ob is 1.
yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So how many dice do you have?
We really want to get there.
7.
It's really routine.
You
Okay.
may
Now,
want
so this
to,
is.
Okay. I was
Okay.
gonna say you may want
was
to
a
get a
good- it was
check
a
out
good-
of this. but-
Yeah, you may want to use the trait against yourself.
Just use all
I
your
was like,
dice
right when I
against
clicked it, I was
yourself.
like, oh, I know exactly what he's about to suggest, and yes, that would have been a great idea. And then I clicked it. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
sorry.
So that's
Okay.
fine. So yes, you
Oh shit, they have a castle.
foray your into the center of the swamp area here, and you come across something that looks remarkably, if not exactly, like this. Yeah, it is an old fort of some kind in a horrendous state of repair. A lot of the walls are crumbling. There is a drawbridge that's down, and sort of a raised path that goes into it. It's surrounded by. Basically, it's built in the middle of a swamp. Some people said it was daft to build a fort in the middle of a swamp, but it was built all the same.
Okay. The sponsors didn't think it was, so
Yes, a
Because it's
fort.
not sunken in yet. It's a show of
True.
great engineering feat.
Yes.
Yeah, you must have.
Clearly
almost
done
like
over
there's
the
this
engineering.
vast underground stone network of horrors beneath it.
It's probably the third or fourth one that was built right here.
Right, there's
Because
probably like
First couple sank into the
two
swamp.
wooden forts underneath it, maybe half a stone one underneath that.
Yeah.
And then this is the one on top of those
Yep.
three.
Just like a co-elevator inside, it's goes straight to him.
Okay, so we found this. We're sort of on the outskirts.
Yeah, I'm gonna scout
Yes.
for danger. That's my
You
instinct.
can scout for
Alright,
danger,
well-
but I only have a 2 in scout. You have a 3, right, Mod?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me bring you over to a thing. So you know what it basically looks like. Now let's get a more detailed view.
I was gonna say I see a black screen.
Well,
Scroll
yeah,
to
I
the
was like,
bottom.
scroll down. Oh,
Yep.
dynamic lighting. What?
Dynamic
Oh my
lighting.
gosh!
And
Roll 20
there you all
features.
are.
We're in the future.
So yeah, you see you're
Awesome.
on the raised path here. There's a tree that sort of blocks your path, not really too big of a deal. That leads up to the drawbridge.
Okay.
So I like the picture and the map, but is there supposed to be a map in Torchbearer?
There is not
It's-
supposed to be a map in Torchbearer.
It's not like a
This-
grid-based map. It's just sort of.
So how
yeah.
can I scout for danger and also move my character around the map?
if you successfully scout for danger, I will move you to a spot where you see the danger.
All right, this is reasonable.
Yeah.
Basically, we're only using the map because we were on stream, and I felt that a visual component would enrich the
Oh, I
viewer
like it.
experience.
I'm just
we
confused
used
as
a
to how I'm
map.
supposed to do this.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
Zen's one shot, we used a map and it was very well. It worked
Right.
very well.
Oh,
Just
this
sort of
is
as like,
beautiful.
okay, this is where my character is. Okay, this is where my character is.
And special thanks to the people over at for where I found this map, and all subsequent maps to be used.
Beautiful map.
Awesome.
Trying to
Ah,
ping
so there are
it,
more maps.
but my color is
Um,
not showing up very well on this map, so I might change my color.
Um,
Yeah.
I want to say kind of hidden, but I don't think I'm going to do that yet. I assumed it would be like swamp grass to stay hidden in. I think I know what I will do, but I might first help Mod.
So Maud is actually just going to walk straight into the fort. She puts down her sack of mirrors by the fallen down tree over by the stump, and she gets out her crossbow and just walks straight up this door, and looks to either side, and then just like a sweep of the area. And she's being a little fast about it, so I would like to tag my foolhardy trait.
Okay.
Okay.
Or is this through your instinct?
This is my instinct to always
Okay.
scout for danger.
I would like to help with my hidden things wise. In this case, I want to advise you how to stay hidden when seemingly in plain sight in terms of like stay behind this. Like there are some corners on the edges of the walls, like here, stay
Yeah.
here, or
Okay.
walk behind this
It's
bush.
always nice shouting at the person trying to hide.
I don't
and
shout.
pointing out
That's
I
great.
whisper
where
before
to
she
move
does it.
and stuff,
I whisper
yeah.
before she
This
does it.
just helps the foolhardiness.
Stupid
Creepo
elves
help.
don't know how
This
to
just helps the foolhardiness. It's fine.
So the sun is actually coming from this direction. So all of
Sun is
this
in
area
Mars.
is in shadow due to the wall. So that will help you out a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, she just walks down the center. Like when he like shouts like suggestions, like she looks in the shadows and makes sure nobody else is hiding there.
I'm not actually shouting. I'm
You're
saying it
using
before
the
you
elven stage whisper technique.
went. Yeah. That's probably it.
All right, so you're helping me. I have 1 help.
And you're using a trait against yourself, so you're at -1 as well, right?
No, I'm using it for myself, right?
Oh, you're using it for yourself.
I
Okay.
get plus 1d per roll. Yeah, I'm not using it against myself here.
Okay.
So I get 5
Okay.
dice total.
Okay. It did sound like you were
Yeah,
using it against.
Because you said you were just like rushing up and quickly scouting.
It
It
did
sounded
seem
like you were
fool-
like being like, I'm not being quiet about it or nothing. I'm just
Yeah, it
scouting.
seems like
It's
you were
a
using foolhardy
foolhardy
against
technique
yourself.
of scouting. That's going to work out for me because that's just how my character is.
But I don't.
I didn't hear what the benefit was.
It doesn't seem advantageous to do that.
Yeah.
She's
It just-
used
it
to
seems-
By all means, take a check. But
What I'm saying,
like,
it seems like you're more likely to get spotted. You'll spot them fine.
Can I know what
with-
the obs is before I decide if it's helping me or hurting me?
But after you decide to kill them,
It locks you into the roll.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Tell me the obs.
you'll do the
Okay.
roll. You're just not sure if you're going to
You're going to roll. Okay.
Go into roll.
So you are scouting this particular area. I know what's here. Yeah, it's an odd one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have it hurt me then.
Okay, so you're using it against yourself.
So I would be rolling 4 dice. Does it increase my obs or lower a die?
It lowers the die.
Okay, so I'll be
It
rolling 3
lowers.
dice.
Yep. Are you counting fresh? Because that
Oh,
should
that's
bring
right,
you up
I'm
to
not.
4.
Oh yeah, it'll be 4 dice.
Because you are fresh.
Oh, I am fresh. Oh wait. All right. So skill is 3, and then bonuses and help is 2.
And then penalty is 1.
Penalty is 1. The obs 1.
right. And don't
Cool.
put the minus in the 1.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, you successfully scout the area. Take your check, and mark a success for scout.
My scout
That
advances.
does advance us
Nice.
to the turn 2. And
It
tell
shouldn't,
you what you find here.
it shouldn't advance you because it's my instinct.
Oh, that's right, your instinct. Okay.
Oh, it's your instinct. Okay. Cool.
0. All right. Thank you for reminding me about that. I'm going to be terrible about remembering instincts, so please.
It's sort of our
everybody.
job to remind you of that and make sure it's known, because it'll change every session anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So, as you scout around, you notice that there are some fairly fucking large frogs that seem like they might be hostile if they catch wind of you up here.
Okay.
You see, like they're mostly submerged in the moat here, but you spot at least 2 of them.
I see one on the map.
You see the red dot there that
Oh, they're
says
2
2?
together.
I'm using that rather than populating the map with thousands of things. If you see a
Okay.
red dot with a number, that's how many there are.
Cool.
Oh, okay. I could not see the number at my zoom level.
Yeah, I'm
zooming
zooming
way
in just a
in.
bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so
Cool.
Maud like almost immediately sees danger.
Nice.
So why don't
Okay.
I put her up here? So she's like standing on the tree.
Yeah.
Actually, I described myself putting the bag by the tree stump, so I guess I come around this side. I see the frog. I like immediately you see Maud stop and she like hides behind the tree trunk. She like points her crossbow at it. I see a giant frog, Anor. What do I do?
And Maud, you are perfectly certain that this thing could eat you in like one bite.
It's
No.
real 2 really big frogs.
It's that big? It's like bigger than me? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
its
like-
mouth is as big as you.
Its mouth
Okay.
is as big as me. I don't think we can
Don't-
convince it I'm not tasty.
Let's just. I think I would start to like quietly approach. If is it moving?
I just made it bigger just
Okay.
to emphasize.
I like approach so I can have a conversation range without yelling too much, and I say, just let's see if we can go around them. And I point to like this area where there's collapsed stone, and I say, perhaps we can climb up there.
Then we're gonna have to deal with the moat. I say we just try to walk right past it and enter the door.
There might be
And I just look right at you. Then it's your death.
more frogs in the moat that we can't see.
Yeah, right? Like, there's a large aquatic monster. I know, we'll avoid it by swimming.
Well, is it
Exactly. Right?
just for like 10 feet and only quietly? We'll
See,
stealth our way back.
Aren't frogs
in
like
the water.
spiders? They can feel any vibration in the pond.
Yeah.
No.
Are you sure? That's what I heard.
Yes.
Those must only be the arachno frogs of the deep dark.
The
I-
eight-legged
I don't
frogs
think
with pincers.
They can
Okay.
eat us all at once if we go all together and
Yeah.
not swim.
Plus,
Because
maybe
if
they're
we
not
have
even hungry.
So many things. It might be better as I like sort of brace up and like
I
put
can
my
go
shield
first.
of like you can't eat everything type thing.
I can go first if you wish.
What if we give them
Yes,
the
that's a
poison
great
food?
idea.
You can feed the frogs the poison food.
There are two problems with that. Firstly, the food is unlikely to be significant enough to matter. And secondly, we want to poison the gnolls, and we can't do both.
Didn't you make enough food for like 100 gnolls? 'Cause that's
It's
how many gnolls there's going to be.
mushrooms. And I think I'd like try to regain my composure. And then I think I just like Seth, you're the leader, but I think I would say my character would probably just like start stealthing towards what I said I was doing, which is to like swim quietly through basically stealth his way up to the top of this tower via swimming and climbing.
Right, Maug's going to cover you with her crossbow, but we're going to see how this goes
Yeah.
before she falls.
I think I'm more in lines of going through the door and not going more
Okay.
into the water when there's frogs around that can eat us.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
My nature includes hiding. So I can probably do it
Just stand behind
if
me.
I do it alone.
You can make a roll that gets the group across with your hiding scout roll, but it's going to be a high rob.
Okay. Do we want to try that?
If you're willing to burn your nature,
I am.
I
I'm
guess.
not a fan of this idea.
I think it's a
Like-
bad idea. But it's a foolish idea, so I could help.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, we're
Exactly.
over on that side now. Like, the door's still over there.
The door's open anyways, but I was thinking we would be up
So
on top of this tower.
it's just one frog, right?
It's two.
Two
You
frogs.
know there's at least two, yes.
Yeah, we
So
see
I
two.
only see this guy.
Yeah, but there's a number
Yeah.
2 next to it. He's
Yeah.
up.
You see the red dot with the two? That's an indicator of quantity.
I do not.
Oh,
You don't in the upper
Oh,
right-hand corner of the.
oh, that is it. That is a
token?
2. Sorry, I'm not zoomed in enough to like notice that
Yeah.
it's a 2, not a squiggle. My bad.
so if we see groups of monsters, that's basically what it's going to be, like that.
Okay. I just
The other
don't
option is
know
just to walk in.
what-
I don't really want to fight them because
Right, I
the
just
fighting would
don't
likely
know-
alert the gnolls.
What's the? Yeah, what's the what next? Like, if you go up to the tower.
We can
Like-
likely see literally everything in the keep from the tower.
He'd be on the walls of the tower. He wants to climb up the rubble and be on top of the walls of the tower. Which I think is a good
Yeah.
idea, assuming there's nothing up there. The only problem is getting past these frogs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like, okay, let's think about this for a second, okay? All right, gnolls have to come through here, right?
That's true.
I mean, for all we know, they
There has
sacrificed
to be a way
urgent
in.
But they're
resistance
friendly to the
frogs.
gnolls.
I mean, for all we know, these things aren't even dangerous.
It's a
We're
giant
not
Try
frog.
your luck.
It could eat me in one bite.
Then try your luck if you wish. In fact,
I will.
I think you might actually just go do that.
You go and fight the frog? Or you just try and walk by it?
It's up to our leader, Sith.
Yeah, Sith, what do we do?
Yeah, right. Like I say, we just try to walk by. Like there's no guarantee that it's gonna like
Right.
even be hungry.
Um,
And if we get in the
I
water
just-
and splash about,
yeah.
that might even be worse, right? Like
yeah, like I'm really hesitant to the idea of like, yes, let's all go on the water when there's frogs that can eat us around. Versus the let's just stay on land and go through the door.
Okay, it's
But
up.
it sounds like it's a 2 versus 2 thing here.
I'm fine
so-
with either way.
As the leader, you have the tiebreaker. It is ultimately your decision.
Yep. And I was thinking that if a fight did happen, I would probably, if it's okay, unless you guys really need me in the fight, I'd probably use the fight as a distraction to sneak myself in, because that is way more likely to succeed, especially with the frogs distracted.
Right.
And then we can do both, basically.
Fights are weird because they're conflicts. So,
I mean,
Not necessarily.
But I don't have to participate.
Oh, okay.
The downside would be I don't participate in the conflict, possibly. Which
I
is fine
imagine-
because I'm not that great. I have a dagger. I don't have a bow yet.
Yeah, with mundane creatures, I would likely just boil it down to a test rather than a conflict,
okay.
just so that's known. Because you don't want 1,000 conflicts in a single session. It
Correct.
gets repetitive and terrible.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So I think
Up to you.
then, as a leader, all 4 of us would go cautiously towards the door.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me give you
I think you
the almighty box text of the door,
Yeah.
just so you have all the information.
They
So
need
as you're
the dagger.
looking towards the drawbridge, you notice that it lays in heaps, straddling the narrow chasm between the land and the keep. The wood is dark and wet, and there are several broken boards and holes in the once sturdy oak planks. So it's in a state of
Okay.
disrepair.
It's not a great bridge. Okay.
maybe not all at once.
The climbing up the rocks is looking better and better.
Right.
Now, I
Or
shouldn't
there's
have
the
to-
option of the dungeoneer fixing a way across.
I shouldn't have to keep making rolls to know when there's danger, right? Because that wouldn't be interesting.
That is correct. Yes.
Yeah,
So
typical
if there
rolls you
was
see in
something
seasons.
I should have noticed, like hiding under the bridge, I don't have to worry about it.
That is correct. You have noticed everything that could cause bodily harm within what I have deemed to be the area, which is everything
Okay.
before the door.
Just let me know when that's no longer true.
Yeah. Basically, I've basically broken down, just like in a standard D&D adventure, you break down the dungeon into areas,
Mhm.
and whenever you search, I am taking that entire area into account.
All right, fantastic. So yeah, I think Maud says we'll have to be careful, but I think that we could get across the bridge one at a time.
Or there might be a way to like
It'd probably be like some kind of agility type test. Not
Well,
the
It'd just
very-
be-
after
or
the
there might be a
frogs.
way to like improve the security of the bridge.
Yeah, let's get to
Rather-
after
Yeah,
the
but
frogs.
any attempt to improve the bridge will certainly attract the attention of the
you-
frog.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, let me move the frog so you can there. How is that better? Is that more well defined?
Give the frog
Just
an
a little
aura.
bit.
I usually
How
give things a
about
white
that?
aura.
Yeah,
It's
that
a little.
works.
It's a little better.
Nuclear frog.
Because like before, I was like, oh, it's a red dot. Okay, cool, a red dot. Whatevs.
Okay. So, yeah, I think Aenor would definitely, if you guys all go in, and if you wanted him to come with you, then he would come with you up in the front entrance, but he would sigh and go in last, be in the very back.
Alright.
Yeah, I guess Maul just like second to last. Like she's gonna make sure everyone
Mm-hmm.
crosses the bridge and doesn't break their ankle or step off or something stupid like that.
Okay.
Mm.
So,
So
I guess we at least go to the bridge as a group.
okay. Yeah. As you walk up to the bridge, you don't notice any movement in the moat itself.
Okay. Oh, do we have high ground here?
Yes. Yeah. You
Yeah.
are about 10 feet off the
Out of the water.
water.
I
We
think
have higher
Maud,
ground,
Maud
so
is
like
the
we
one
want to
who-
like do a triple backflip to like the lower ground and then engage in a fight or something.
Maud is the one who has seen
I have the high
toad
ground.
specifically. So I would ask if Maud can see. Are they watching us? I assume you might actually just be. You'd probably be watching for that anyways. Do they see us?
Yeah. It does not appear that you have drawn their attention at all.
Okay.
Most
Okay,
mostly we go into the water.
I guess I have my bag of mirrors still. Oh, that's the thing.
What?
No, you didn't put them down next to the tree trunk there?
I guess
Okay.
I pick them up again and bring them inside. I just want to
Would've,
leave them
yeah.
laying out here outside the fortress.
The frogs eat them.
I mean,
So
the
the,
gnolls will steal them.
the drawbridge itself looks all water damaged and not very sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
What about the tree?
It's obviously been a while since it fell. It's hard wood, but it's dead wood. It's not live.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about as hard as I guess that looks like an elm. So it's probably decent wood.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Well, the suggestion is to like just like maybe cut off some of the bigger branches and then just move the trunk over and walk over the tree instead
I
of
mean-
the
Force it
bridge
basically, or
type thing.
yeah.
If we're going by the map or whatever, there's a pretty good bridge-sized chunk right about there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you're looking at almost exactly
Yeah,
what you need
yeah.
to span that. So yeah, that would be. I mean, are you shaping it in any way, or are you just cutting off branches and tossing it down?
Yeah, I mean just lopping off cumbersome branches and like laying it across.
Tying them
Okay.
together, or okay.
Then I am going to say that this is what's called a good idea. This does not advance the grind. This is not a test. It just happens.
I didn't know that was a thing. That's
Oh,
awesome.
cool. I didn't
All
think
right,
that was
well.
a thing.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
a thing in Torchbearer. I've been waiting for a good idea to come along to spring that rule on you guys.
Hey, you never know when those happen. Like, once in a blue moon.
So yeah, you take. I assume you like hack off these the side branches and just lay the big ass
Yeah.
trunk across.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do that, and you can cross easily into the next area.
All right.
Perfect.
Awesome.
I guess the next area is more scouting for danger.
Cool.
All right, so
yeah, that
as
is
you get to the
interesting.
doors,
Yeah, I don't venture much past the bridge. Like, I don't go much past where I placed myself. So
Yeah.
like, I don't reach that
I'll be, like,
cusp
right
of
here.
whatever it is. But
right.
I'm definitely looking.
So the doors hang open, dangling from one great hinge. The one to the right here is splintered and holed, but still in position. It's wedged, so you can't like open this one any more than it already is. And it's short. It's been shored up, and it seems like it might be being used as a defensive barrier from the other side.
Okay.
It's good cover.
Okay.
And that's
I'm probably
and-
been using it as cover myself as I watch the others like come across the trunk because everyone was like, yeah, no, I'm last. No, I'm last. I'm last. So apparently I'm
We're
already
all
there.
reluctant. Yeah.
yeah, from here you can look into what is what appears to be a very large courtyard. From what you can see, it's empty, but you can't see around that door yet. So
Yeah, I gotta peek around the door. So I guess I'm gonna scout for danger again.
okay.
Anyone want to help?
I'm going in last, so I don't think I would help unless you specifically waited until we were all over to
I definitely
to do
wait till we're all across the bridge because I'm watching the frog, and I still can't believe the frog didn't notice us playing that.
I
Log
will
across
help
the bridge.
with hidden things wise, and I will specifically whisper because we are all right next to each other.
Yeah, we're really right next to each other. All right, so
Okay.
you're helping.
I really don't have anything to help with, so
Okay.
No, me neither.
All right, what's the odds, Jim?
I'm just. That's really not a turd. It's a log. The ob will be ob. Let's see here. What are you? You're just searching for danger, and that in an all-encompassing kind of
Yeah.
thing. You're not specifically searching for anything. Okay.
I mean, is this the kind of game where I need to do that?
It would make the ob
If
easier. I
if
think,
you had
right?
said like I'm specifically searching for traps, it would be a different ob than
Mhm.
just
Right.
danger. That's why I want to
It'd be
be
different ob, but
perfectly
you'd
clear.
also get
I think
less.
like specific. Okay, but then it would be more narrow what I'm searching for.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
fair
yeah.
Let's
enough.
not narrow it down. It could be some
Okay.
dudes standing behind it. Could be a pressure plate. We don't know right now. So yeah, it's just generic
Okay.
Yeah,
danger.
this definitely is the OSR feel of like if you describe something more specific, it might trigger something that has a box text or something of like,
Yeah.
oh, you hit this special thing you were supposed to say. Okay, then here's extra information.
Yeah.
Going
I'll-
forward with your instinct, do you usually scout stealthily, like so you aren't
Yeah, I think
giving
she
yourself away?
tries. She tries to, but
Okay.
she doesn't have any criminal,
Because
so it's not
yeah,
very
well,
effective.
scout can also be used to
Yeah.
not be seen.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I think she
scout and
tries to
criminal
be
are
like she still is also like wearing all those twigs and branches and stuff and leaves in
Okay.
her clothes, like kind of camouflage her a little bit. She's still got that
Okay.
like red ink on her face.
okay. So I'm gonna
Cool.
say it's location roughly known. Ob 2, and then I'll
Okay.
give you.
Yeah, and I'm helping with my wise.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that she's not armed right now. She's just carrying her bag of mirrors. So that's gonna help her with foolish.
Okay. Mechanical note: you have a mirror that can be used to see
Right.
around corners and such.
Yeah. You
Oh,
should probably.
I
It
probably
You
could
should
be
could-
use.
you
supplies.
could-
It
Yeah,
be
you could use a
supplies.
mirror
I
as
think
supplies, but
She just doesn't think of it, right? Like these mirrors aren't for being used. So
Totally up
that
to you.
just helps with her being foolish.
Okay.
All right, and obs 2, you said?
Yep.
Oops, I actually did that completely wrong. So skill 4, I'm getting a help. I'm being foolish. I have no penalty. Obs 2.
okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, I'm good.
All right, so yeah, you can move yourself into the room,
right.
so everybody can see what's going on. Yeah, as you move into the courtyard, and look around, you don't see anything inherently dangerous. I will show you something though. Along the walls, right here, along the walls here, 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 and here, as well as as well as 3 up here, are windows that are raised. They're about 8 foot off the ground, that you could potentially see through.
That was not a
And
door.
you're not sure, but you think you might have seen something moving in this one.
Okay. So I think Maud like goes back around the corner, and we have a whisper time. It's like there's windows above the courtyard. Looks like there could be archers or something in there. I saw movement. What do you want to do?
Oh, and of course, back in this direction over here, you see the entrance into the tower.
Okay.
I'll move.
I'm gonna move.
myself a
I'm
little
gonna move
bit
my
closer.
character. Can I move my character so I can? Should we all move our character slightly?
Yeah,
closer
you
to
you
see
can
the-
you can move up. I'm not going to penalize you for anything
Well,
at the moment.
if I'm being
So-
stealthy, then they might not have seen me, so you may maybe don't want to go out there.
No, not actually move out there, but I just mean like move our
Oh
characters
yeah,
a little
yeah,
20 out
sure.
there. So
Let's
because
make
of dynamic
lights
light.
Yeah.
everywhere.
Okay.
Let there be lights. Oh, do
Yeah,
I notice these stairs, by the way?
No, you didn't move in.
Oh, I
to-
don't actually
to
move in
that.
there. Okay.
Okay.
That is another area that you have not scouted yet.
The tower is an area we have not scouted. You mean?
Yes.
Yeah, we haven't seen into the tower.
Basically, if there's a doorway, you have
Yeah.
not passed that doorway. I'm not
Okay.
going to say when you scout you
I
pass
guess I'll move myself over here
portals.
so we can see around the corner. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fine. If anything bad is going to happen in an area, it's usually going to be the result of a bad roll.
Yeah.
So when you clear an area through scouting, you're free to move about that area with no repercussion.
Okay. Cool.
So there's
Why
a
do I see
door
that
up
in
there.
I
the
think
Oh, well.
because of the idea of the windows and stuff that I heard through Maud telling me at some point when she came back,
Mhm.
I think Elias might suggest hooking a left and going into that smaller tower to sort of see if we can get like an advantage, like the height thing, sort of doubling up on what Anor was saying beforehand, but mentioning not at all what Anor was saying beforehand.
You're just
in
like,
the
This is
it's
sense
my
totally
idea.
my idea.
yeah.
So
But
I've got an idea.
if we could get height advantage in
Yeah,
the
I'd say
tower
like,
from
oh
inside
yes,
now.
good idea. Very pointedly.
is
Right,
the
yeah.
tower actually giving us height advantage?
It is a tower that leads up.
The tower, you noticed from the outside, the tower is broken. There is
Oh, okay.
a landing at the top, but you do not know.
What's up there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it also just seems more of like a defensible point
Yeah, it's
versus
like
the like, let's go in the middle of 8
Of the
windows where
courtyard, yeah.
possible archers can all attack us.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
I know walking in there isn't dangerous, but like, it could trick, like, let's.
Well,
I
Well,
think
walking in
the-
anywhere is potentially dangerous. Let's
Oh,
say
okay.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, I
So-
think
Yeah.
retreating to the small tower over here seems more of like a tactical sort of like let's really get our bearings.
it's like
more
ducking
about
into the
what's
side
around
room
here.
as you enter the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Elias looking into that doorway, or have you not rounded that corner yet?
I've rounded it a little bit.
Yeah,
The advantage is like I could like move my character and not let go, and I still see where everything.
Okay.
So then I just bring them back to where I relatively was, and I don't move.
Okay. But yeah,
he's definitely peeked his head over.
okay.
He hasn't like walked in yet, but he's like sort of like, oh, okay, that's like a. It looks like a strategic holding defensive spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems
So
like
it is
So
pretty
might be-
dark. It is pretty dark in there.
Oh,
You don't
okay.
you don't see much looking into it. There are a couple of streams of sunlight going in, and you do see on the ground something catch the sun and glitter a little.
Mhm.
I can just light a candle and then scout
Yeah.
tower and make sure
Well,
it's
I
safe for us.
have a torch we can do if we just want more light for
Yeah.
more people.
I mean, the candle will be enough for me, and then it'll also last longer.
Am I carrying anything?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what we want to do with it. If we just want Maud to go in there and check shit out, then yeah,
Oh,
keep the
I'm
candle
already
and just
holding a
have her go.
lantern, so I can just light that.
I mean, we're not in the basement yet, so we're going to just waste resources, I think.
Yeah, right. Like,
Well, it sounded like it was you're gonna need light to really see
That's
stuff.
what I thought it was.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone needs to do something with light.
I can do a lantern, but we
Um,
can only use oil from the lantern.
So why
You're
don't
fine
somebody bring a
otherwise.
torch? They can help with light, and then Anor can help with his scout, and Maud is the primary scouter.
I'm fine with that. If someone wants to use their torch.
Okay.
Okay, so just since we haven't used light stuff before, a torch will give full light to 2 people. And dim light to 2 people, I believe. Is that the thing?
2
Yeah.
turns.
So
2.
So when you're in there, if you have 2 people doing the roles that are in the light, the other 2 can help. But if the other 2 do an active role, that dim light is going to be +1 ob to whatever they do.
Mhm.
Right.
So make sure you declare who's going to be actively rolling within the light.
Yeah.
Is
Like-
basically how that works.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
And we can't really switch it once we
And-
choose without.
And it's more of the we all go in scout type thing, not like someone goes way ahead of everyone else.
Right. We're all going
in
together this time.
scouts. Yeah.
Right.
So the
Right.
torch is definitely like we're all a group type idea. Do you want to do the
In
go ahead and scout?
No, we'll all go together.
Okay, so that's going to advance the grind because it's not an instinct thing.
Right. Right. Well, I was still
Hmm.
asking as player. I haven't necessarily said anything as leader yet.
Yeah. I mean, if it's going to advance the grind, I should just do it myself.
That would definitely be something of like candle versus torch, because torch is only like
If you're just doing it yourself, you
4
can start with
or
a candle.
5.
Yeah,
Right.
like if
Try-
Monster's gonna
grinds.
do it herself, just use a candle.
Yeah. Because
Right.
you'll
It
be.
is a resource type thing, but
Yeah. And you can snuff a candle. Just make sure that you put down that it has used 1 turn worth of
Well, it
light.
hasn't if it's an
Okay.
instinct, but yeah.
So yeah, we'll use my candle. I'll go in. Maybe Anor
Yeah,
stands by
okay.
the door and watches my back, so nothing.
I just realized because you're doing instincts, I can't help with instincts. Even when
Yeah,
I'm
you
doing
can't help, but you can be like on guard.
Yeah,
Like
I'll
you're
be
not
on
giving
guard.
him a die, but you're ready to respond.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have my dagger, which is perfect for like short range things, like a fight, like a.
The thing
town-
is, I
fight
assume
town.
I'm carrying my candle in my hand or in my shield,
It would be in your hand.
Yes.
so I cannot have my weapon ready, which is 2-handed, while holding the
That's-
crossbow.
That's correct.
Okay.
Would you give
So
me
yeah.
your weapon? Actually, I don't know if I can't use crossbows. I can only use
Like
bows.
yeah,
'cause I'm
Maud
so
just like
risky that
lays
way.
her crossbow and bag of mirrors by the entrance, and then she goes
Okay.
in to scout the tower, unarmed.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess unarmed is being foolish again.
No, I can't. I can't use crossbows at all. I might give you my dagger because that's something. I think I might give you my dagger. Totally.
You could always. I'm being too much of a fan of the players here. You could have Alana stand Overwatch with your crossbow because she can use it.
Sure.
Yeah, I could.
That's true. Alana can use it.
I'll lean my sword up against a wall or something.
Great.
yeah.
Actually, I don't have to do anything with my dagger. You give her your sword, and then she gives you your crossbow. Her crossbow. I don't have to. Do
Oh, I
anything
get a
with my
sword
dagger.
now. Okay. I think I can use a sword.
I'm not quite comfortable with that.
You-
Hold up.
Dwarves can't use 2-handed swords.
Oh, it's a 2-handed
Oh,
sword.
it's a two-handed sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Great sword.
Two-handed.
Okay.
Just let me
Then-
be. Just let me be defenseless. So I get a +1.
Yeah.
Dude,
Okay.
being foolish.
okay.
All right. So, what's the odds?
Let's see here. Going into a room with that and thing. 3. Up 3.
All right. Nobody can help because this
It's
is
an
It's
instinct.
an
Yes.
instinct. Yeah.
Which is we've actually been getting help on my instincts a lot. Which I'll
Yeah,
stop doing that.
I realized that I've. Yeah.
Okay, let's roll this stuff.
I was just
Oh,
messing
I
up.
did it wrong again. Okay. All right, let's see what I rolled.
All right.
Hmm.
So I'm going to give you a twist here.
Okay.
And that twist, go ahead and move yourself in the room. So you enter into the room. You have the candle. You look around. You see that there's this tower is broken beyond repair. Those stairs leading up have crumbled. You can't actually get to the top landing. You do notice that there's a second floor here, but most of it has been broken away. And as you're looking up and like raising your candle up and trying to get a feel for all that's in here, the light starts glinting off of a lot of eyes. I think like you take a gasp and a step back as this slavering maw darts forward into the light, and you see the horrible visage of a giant spider.
Ooh.
Right. Well, Maud definitely screams.
Yep.
It's horrible and nasty and rotten, and it's coming straight at your face.
Right. But what does the spider look like? Not her scream.
All right.
Okay.
So, yeah, there is a horrible, rotten spider coming down. The other thing you did notice is that in the center of this room is a pile of glinty, looty looking stuff.
Ooh.
Ah, yes, bait.
Yes. Adventurer bait.
As well as a couple
like
of
fish. We
skulls
like
and
shinies.
bones and discarded remains.
Oh, nice.
Detritus.
So I guess Maud,
Yeah.
like backing up from the spider, it's that thing where you go to the left and the spider circles that way around the room, and she goes to the right, and the spider circles the other way around the room, so there's no escape. And then she reaches down and grabs one of the bones to defend herself with.
Do you drop your candle or your shield?
Oh, you think I have my shield? I didn't think I had my shield.
Oh, you didn't have your shield up? Okay.
No. So I have the
I
candle in
assumed
one
you went
hand
in.
and the bone in the other. I mean, I thought I should have,
Okay.
but I didn't declare it, so I don't think it's fair. It's literally at the bottom of my bag, at my backpack.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't look at your character sheet to see what was actually
Sure.
equipped. So.
It's literally at the bottom of my backpack.
Okay.
And I think there wasn't time really to dig it out. So.
Yep. We can tell this is going on, right? We heard the scream.
You heard a scream, yeah.
Okay.
What were the rest of you doing while she was while Maud quickly scampered off, because this is an instinct? You all didn't really have time to react to her doing this.
Right.
What were the rest of you doing?
I think I was still in the entrance area over here, kind of double checking where we were going, making sure frogs didn't be like, oh, where did they go?
Yeah, we were still in our minds, we were likely still
assessing. Yeah,
we were still scouting the previous area, and they're like, okay, where's Maud? Wait, what? And then hear the scream. It's
I would definitely be kind of close enough in that area to where we could probably get there pretty quick.
So quick and so instinctual that we might not have.
I think after the scream, you ever hear bullfrogs leap into the water, that thunk sound?
Yeah.
That's what you hear outside after the scream.
Oh.
Okay. So I guess the question then to the other players is, do we run in after the scream or what?
I think we should run in after the scream. Otherwise, we're leaving Maud alone to fight a giant spider and then having to deal with the toads. If we run in after the scream and fight the giant spider, hopefully the toads will not come inside the tower.
Yeah, right. Hopefully it was just a toad jumping into the water. That means it's less dangerous than it was before.
We'll be able to jump inside the water. Or jump inside the tower, sorry. That's what I meant to say.
I mean, the worst thing that could happen is that the giant frogs could try and cross the bridge and leave us trapped in here.
The best thing that could happen is if they come in here and eat the spider.
The worst thing that happened is your scream aggroed everyone in this entire dungeon at the same time. Either way, someone's going to come check those windows because they heard a scream. I think we should run inside the tower.
Cool. Yeah, so I think everyone sort of runs to the scream then.
Yeah. Does someone else provide a light?
I'd light my lantern, I think.
Okay.
That would cover light for the rest of us. And I have my let me switch.
Well, is the room
Here.
filled with dim light already? Because of my candle?
What is it?
You are providing dim light for one other person.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so
as
the
far
room
as, far
is
as
dark,
actions go.
aside from
No,
any light we brought.
you can all see due to the candlelight. However, some of you, 2 of you will be operating in the dark, which is a
Yeah.
+2 penalty, and 1 person will be operating at a +1 penalty.
Yeah, it'd be. I can
Right.
help more by just lighting my lantern than I can by actually fighting.
Yeah. Okay. So you light your lantern. On my way in, I'm gonna grab Maud's crossbow
Okay.
and I'm gonna get it to her. Like on my way in.
Okay.
Okay. Lanterns last 4
Okay.
turns, right? Do you want to check that?
Lantern is 333.
333. Okay, cool.
So
So
I
you've
think
got-
then I'll go for it.
I'm just going to add the stuff to the turn order. So
Yeah.
you've got a candle. And a lantern. Candles last 4. Lanterns last 3. There you go.
Cool.
So while they're sort of setting that up, I think Elias will like go in with his shield ready to get to Maud. Sort of like just to stand next to Maud
Okay.
with his shield out and everything. With the
Yeah.
assumption that the other 2 will come in behind and back him up.
I'm helping by providing light. So I think I definitely run in behind you all.
Right.
But I don't
Yeah,
have my weapon drawn.
No,
Back
no
in-
attacking or anything yet. Just like making sure we're all together again.
Okay. What
Okay.
does what does Alana do?
I said already I was heading in and I was gonna bring Maud her crossbow.
You are okay.
Okay.
I guess since the lantern lights up, I just snuff out the candle and drop it.
No, you want to keep the candle on.
Oh, I
if
do?
you-
Yeah, that way you're all actually in the light, because there's a lantern only provides light for 3 people.
Then I have
It
to
provides-
I put the candle on the ground so I can take my crossbow.
Does that work?
That does work. However, putting any light source on the ground means that I can snuff it out at any time, not just with a twist.
Okay.
Okay, well,
I can't shoot my crossbow if I'm holding onto the candle.
You are
Right.
correct. And I can't hold on to any double light sources.
It's
so
fine
should
when
be
he
weird.
snuffs it out.
Okay.
It's
well,
fine.
Elias with his shield he can grab the candle and hold it with him
Yeah.
forward because
Okay.
he's being in the front anyway, so it makes more sense for him to
Well,
have
I
the
was
lone
saying
light
weapon,
lantern,
and for
right?
Maud to be in the lantern light.
Also, before we get really involved in anything, something more of like getting the spider to go away versus killing the spider